It is crunch time in the 2021 Marble Champions League season. Just 3 events to go in this 16-event season. We have come a long way, but still a lot to be determined. Left side of your screen showing you the overall standings. It's a 5-point lead for Oris 1 over Flush. It's then an 18-point lead over the Savage Jackal, Snow Wolves in 4th, and the Steel Brothers in 5th. Hello again, friends. I'm Keanu Bittersey. Glad to have you here for today's event. You can see a very large course for today's event. The 14th of 16 in the Marble Champions League. And as we said, kind of coming into this event, could change, but right now it seems as though it's a 2-team race between Flush and Oris 1. Those are the 2 teams that have won multiple events so far this year, and they are the top 2 in the overall standings. So we will see how they do today. The teams are ready. The fans are ready. Are you ready? This is event number 14 of the 2021 Marble Champions League. This is the half pipe. And there are 5 sets of half pipes to go through. All of them those orange half pipes that you'll see, and they're numbered there 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that you can see how far down the course you are. There's the finish line. As always, this is a group event. And we're going to really pay attention to groups B and C. That's where the top 2 stand. Oris 1 in Group B, and Flush is in Group C. But first, we'll start with Group A. This is the Snow Wolves, Tattoo Bola, the Sphery Spiders, and Swiftblade. Quickly down to the second set of half pipes are 3 of the 4. Now everybody's in their second half pipe. Who gets down first? The answer is going to be both the Snow Wolves and the Sphery Spiders. Now everybody's down to 3. Now all the way down to number 5. Here we go. It's Swiftblade and the Sphery Spiders. Here comes Tattoo Bola. It is Swiftblade. It is the Snow Wolves. Tattoo Bola comes in 3rd, and the Sphery Spiders really hurting what's going to be a low-scoring day for them. 28 seconds time there, and let's have a look at the replay. You can see these ones go very quickly here. Tattoo Bola got through the first half pipe first. Ultimately, they weren't really seemingly in it that much. Although as you got down to 3 and then 4 and 5, things really tightened up. So an advancement for the Snow Wolves and Swiftblade as they'll advance into the semifinal. Here is Group B, the Janitors, the Vikings, Oris 1, and Lynx Rufus. Let's see what Oris 1 does. They're the last one out of the first half pipe. They're going to be the last one out of, or the third out of the second half pipe. However, here they go, down to the final half pipe. Oris 1 and Lynx Rufus going side by side. They are both through. They both advance. And the Lynx Rufus runs the fastest time at a 15.567. That happened in a hurry. Vikings take 3rd. Janitors are 4th. But even with a 4th place finish for the Janitors, that was 6 seconds faster than our last place finisher from Group A. That was a whirlwind of an event there. And Oris 1 able to advance after Lynx Rufus picks up the win. And they are at the bottom of the course. We wondered if they were going to knock each other out. The answer was no. Pretty easy there for Oris 1 and Lynx Rufus to advance into semifinal A. So down to Group C now. This is where second place running Flush is, along with Savage Jackal, the Archangels, and the Speedy Hunters. And right now it's the Archangels in the lead, followed by Flush. They're both down to funnel number 3. Now it looks like a pass is made. That's Archangels and Flush. Here comes Flush. They're down to number 5. They're in the lead. Can they hold on? Who's going to get down first? Uh-oh, here comes everybody down to the final portion. Flush and Savage Jackal advance. The Archangels go into the 5th set of half pipes in the lead. They will come out 3rd and will not transfer. Obviously a disappointing end for what was a pretty solid run by the Archangels, and they have really been full of disappointments for the majority of the season. They have an event win, an extreme surprise there. However, for the most part, it has been disappointment. As you see, there was the winning move by Flush and the transfer spot for the Savage Jackal. So they are in the semifinal B, and they will face the top two finishers of our final group. And we'll see, can the Steel Brothers, who have really, really struggled, can they finally get back out of the group stage? They're joined by the Trojans, the Blue Jackets, and Onyx. Right now it's Onyx and the Blue Jackets, joined now by everybody. And Onyx is going to come out of that one last. Everybody's down on to number 4. Now Onyx is in the lead alone in the 5th set of halfpipes, trying to get this win and do it without any kind of drama. Here come the Trojans. Now here comes the Blue Jackets and the Steel Brothers. Everybody through, and it will be Onyx, followed by the Steel Brothers. And the Trojans and the Blue Jackets going to make up the rear here, and they're going to have the slowest time, so they will not pick up any points. Wow, that's really disappointing coming off of a win. The Blue Jackets will score no points. The Steel Brothers finally advance again. It has been quite a while for them, as they had that lead and had a pretty big cushion in the championship overall point standings, but they gave all of that up. They've fallen out of the top 5. Excuse me, into 5th, I should say, coming into this event. They will advance after Onyx wins the final group. So they're in the semifinal B. Both of our top 2 advancing into the semifinals, which again for Flush continues to cause some problems because they are not picking up enough points. Trail by 5 coming in, picked up 2 points in our last event. Although they're down 5, and if they were to pick up 2 in each of the next 3 events, they would be the champion. Semifinal A, this includes Oris 1 along with Lynx Rufus, the Snow Wolves, and Swiftblade. They are off. And Oris 1 is still in the first set of halfpipes. Now all of a sudden they are making a big move. They're down to number 3. Down to 4 are Lynx Rufus and the Snow Wolves, trying to advance into the finale. They're down to the 5th funnel. Here we go, onto the final halfpipe. It's going to be Lynx Rufus getting the win. Transferring is the Snow Wolves. Oris 1 knocked out in the semifinal. They'll try to take 3rd place here. Get down as quickly as they can to gain as many points as they can, but the door is open for Flush. And it will be a 3rd place finish for Oris 1 with a time of 33.929. Keep an eye on that. They can finish no worse than 7th. Obviously, since they finished 3rd in this event. Swiftblade with the slowest time, a 35.047, but they were 15 seconds slower than either of the first 2. That was not close at all. Oris 1 had a lot of success the first time in the group stage, not so here. So they're knocked out in the semifinal, opening the door for Flush to continue to pick up points. They could end up in the lead. You never know what happens. Obviously, we'll see what happens here in semifinal B, and if they can at least get into the finale and really pick up some points and make it very interesting for the final 2 events. Here we go. Steel Brothers, Savage Jackal, Onyx, and Flush. Savage Jackal is 3rd place in the standings right now. They're a little further behind, 18 points back right now, but if they could win an event maybe, really make it interesting. They're still in the first set of halfpipes, though. It's Flush in the lead. Flush is down to number 4 along with Onyx. And they've got a pretty big lead. Nobody's in 3 yet. And down to 5 goes Flush. They are just inches away now from making their way to the finale. Onyx is in the final set as well. Here is Onyx to get the win. Flush will advance. And a huge, huge transfer there by Flush, as Savage Jackal will try to take 3rd. And they will. The Steel Brothers finish 4th in this one, and they'll finish 7th and 8th, respectively, which means a 5th place finish for Oris 1. So we'll see how many points can Flush make up. They get the transfer there as we look at the replay. That wasn't close by any stretch. It was easily the top 2 and then the bottom 2. A pretty big gap in between seemingly there. And into the finale. Here we go. In event number 14. Could we get our first 3-time winner? Not Oris 1, but rather Flush. These are the 2 that have won 2 events. have an opportunity to really do something big here. Snow Wolves, Flush, Onyx, Lynx, Rufus. What can Flush do to try to make up the lead? They are second as we make our way down quickly into the third set of half pipes there, and Onyx is all the way down to number 4 already. Onyx is all the way down to the 5th. They might run the fastest time. Yes, they will. Fastest time belongs to the champion, Onyx. Wow, what a move there. A 14.191. Here comes Snow Wolves. They're going to finish in second. Flush is trying to meddle here and see if they can get through. Now here comes Lynx Rufus. It'll be Lynx Rufus that'll pick it up. And a disaster strikes for Flush in the finale. They'll take 4th, but it could have been a whole lot better than that. And if you are Oris 1, thank you very much. You've got to be saying to Onyx, the Snow Wolves, and Lynx Rufus. How about Onyx? That's an impressive run there. A 14.191. Wins it by over 8 seconds and wins it by nearly 20 seconds over the 4th place finisher, Flush. That was an absolute pure dominance by Onyx in the finale to take the win and the gold today. Impressive on so many facets there. As we'll have a look at the results with a quiet course behind us now. Onyx takes 1st, 2nd to the Snow Wolves, 3rd to Lynx Rufus, 4th is Flush. As we said, Oris 1 ends up in 5th, so just 1 point gained for Flush. It could have been a whole lot better. They could have gained 9 points and the lead if they had won that event. Instead, because they finished 4th, they get just 1 point on Oris 1. And so Oris 1 remains the championship leader. You look at the overall standings, it's down to a 4-point lead. It's now a 14-point lead over the Snow Wolves, who are in 3rd, Savage Jackal 4th, Steel Brothers are 5th. Onyx picks up their first win. They're in a 3-way tie for 10th after their first event win of the season. We are 14 events down with just 2 more to go. Congratulations to Lynx Rufus. They're in that 3-way tie, up to 102 points after a 3rd place finish. The Snow Wolves are into 3rd place after a 2nd place finish. But today, they all aspire to be Onyx. An impressive run in the finale. They run the fastest time, and they saved it for the final time. They get the win in event number 14 of the 2021 Marble Champions League, and it sets up just 4 points the difference in 2 more events as we get ready for the home stretch of the 2021 Marble Champions League. This has been a presentation of Marble Fubuka, and until next time, I'm Keanu Bittersuki. Thanks for watching. We are down to just 2 events to crown a champion in the 2021 Marble Champions League as we are back for event number 15. Well, again, friends, I'm Keanu Bittersuki. Glad to have you here as we are really coming down to the final push for a championship. You see on the left side of your screen the overall standings. It's really mostly a 2-team race between Oris 1 and Flush. The Snow Wolves also within 14 points, 20 points back are the Savage Jackal in 4th, and the Steel Brothers have fallen all the way to 5th. With 129 points, so really just a 2-team race as of right now. Lots of things can change. As we saw earlier in the season, it seemed as though it was almost inevitable that the Steel Brothers were going to win the championship. Even though they hadn't even won an event, they were so dominant early on, they have severely fallen off. And so we're down to Oris 1 and Flush as the 2 main competitors as we get ready for today's event. Look at the trophy they'll compete for today, 1 step closer to a championship in this league. The teams are ready. The fans are ready. Are you ready? This is event number 15 of the 2021 Marble Champions League. This is baseball. We should have a look at our course. A lot of the ways that you've seen many of these events go that involve different courts or fields that they're being played on. They'll go through a course, a typical marble course, onto the field. There it is right there. And they'll score either 8, 10, or 5 points, or maybe none at all if they're not able to score off that fidget spinner bat. Down to straightaway center field, going to get you the most points, 10, if you can hit it straightaway center. There are the groupings on your screen, as always. A, B, C, and D. Top 2 from each group will advance. Meanwhile, the bottom 2 will sort their way out through 9th through 16th. We'll start with Group A. Tatu Bola, Onyx, Archangels, and Flush. Big one early on. Flush right now running in third. Again, it doesn't really matter how you get down, just what you score. Got a couple of 8s there from Onyx, and I believe that was Tatu Bola. Nope, that was the Archangels who picked up 8. Flush does not score. Let's have a look at the replay. Flush knocked out early, and a big blow to their hopes. There's the score easily for Onyx, and there were the Archangels just off to the right of the left field opening was Flush. They are unable to score. They are knocked out in the group stage. And now Group B becomes a very important grouping. As Oris 1 is a part of that group, they can really separate themselves. They're along with the Janitors, the Sphery Spiders, and the Snow Wolves. The Janitors taking a long time to get down. That might actually work in their advantage. They'll have maybe a little bit of field to play with. There's a score, look like 8 for the Snow Wolves. There's 8 more for the Janitors. No score from Oris 1, they're knocked out, as are the Sphery Spiders, they don't score. Oris 1 with an opportunity to take a huge lead. If they're able to score some points, advance further in today's event, they failed to do so. They really never had a chance, as you see on the replay here. I'm surprised that the Janitors were even able to score, as it looked like there just wasn't a whole lot of momentum. There it was. Wow, man, just got it to knock in the left field opening. We've seen 4 scores, all of them into the left field spot for 8 points. So that is going to make it very interesting now as we go into the final event between these top 2. Oh, by the way, could we get maybe one of the next 2? Third and fourth place, could they get into this as we go into Group C with the Lynx Ruffus, the Blue Jackets, Swiftblade, and the Savage Jackal? They're one of them. That was a score, I believe, from Swiftblade. There's another score. I believe that was 10. Yep, Lynx Ruffus picked up 10. Swiftblade picks up an 8. Savage Jackal picked up 8, but they're eliminated off the timed tiebreaker. And the Blue Jackets unable to score. There's the 8 that's going to get Swiftblade in. There's the 10 to straightaway center for Lynx Ruffus. Blue Jackets didn't score, and there were the 8 points, but it was too late at that point based on the tiebreaker for Savage Jackal. They're eliminated and will not advance into the semifinal. Into Group D, the Vikings, Speedy Hunters, Steel Brothers, and Trojans. Did the Steel Brothers make a late gasp attempt at this? Looking for a score. I don't think we've gotten one yet. There was one. 5 points for the Trojans. They advance, as do the Speedy Hunters, and that's because they were the first team down. With a time of 7.783 over the 7.910 of the Steel Brothers, they're eliminated, as are the Vikings. So they can't do anything about it. Maybe the Janitors could have a chance to try to get a little bit closer in this one, but a very interesting group stage knocks out a lot of big-name competitors as we move into the semifinals. Off they go, the Archangels, Onyx, Janitors, and Snow Wolves. This one down to the Janitors. There's 8 points. There's a 10. Gonna need some big scores. Instead, no score from the Archangels or Onyx. Snow Wolves put up 10. They get the win in the semifinal. And the transfer spot goes to the Janitors. So the Janitors got down in a hurry. They scored quickly. And wow, look at that. A ricochet off of Onyx puts in the 10 points for the Snow Wolves. That is huge and a killer for the Onyx as they will be eliminated in the semifinal round. It moves the Snow Wolves and Janitors into the finale. Semifinal B now. See what happens. First one down is going to be the Trojans. And our first score, looking for it. There's 8 points. And that's going to be it. Quickly, no one else scores, and the Trojans, by virtue of being the first to hit the field, they are advancing into the finale. Swiftblade scores the 8 points. Wow, look at that. That was in and out for 5 points for Swiftblade. Then they knocked it into left field for 8. So they scored twice, kind of, as they couldn't quite hold on to those 5 points down the right field line. Picked up 8 instead. Either way, any score was going to do it for them. And the Trojans were the first to hit the course, so they're able to advance as well based on the time tiebreaker. As we get to our finale, gonna try to shake it up here as we get late into the season. Just one more event after today. We'll see where everybody shakes out with that group staging as far as where they're placed, 9th through 16th. We'll fit somewhere in there, but first we've got a champion to determine. Swiftblade, the Janitors, Snow Wolves, and Trojans. First one down is going to be Swiftblade. What late get for the Trojans there, as the Trojans picked up 8, as did the Janitors. The Janitors, as we'll see on the replay, win the gold with 8 points to left field. Let's have a look at it. First one down was Swiftblade, but they didn't score. Where's the game winner? There it is. Perfectly done off the left field foul area. Off the corner of this field. Perfectly placed. And actually, for that matter, the Trojans did the exact same thing. The problem is they did it 1.7 seconds later, and so they'll take home the silver. The bronze goes to Swiftblade based on the time tiebreaker, and the Trojans come away without a medal in 4th place. Congratulations to the Janitors. You can see their cheering section loving it here as they get the win. And we'll look at the event results for today. The full results, which will give us a little bit more clarity of what we're going to look at coming in. 4-point lead when we began the event. As it pops up, Oris 1 picked up 2 points. Flush picked up 3 points. They gain only 1 point. But it's a 3-point game going into the final week of the season, so this is going to be very, very close. The Janitors win it over the Trojans, Swiftblade, Snow Wolves, and Lynx Rufus, the top 5 from today's overall standings. And now we're going to move into the total season standings. Here we go with one more to go. It's a 3-point lead. The Snow Wolves, with a big week, move within 4 points. It's a 3-team race for the championship. Oris 1 at 154, Flush at 151, the Snow Wolves at 150. It is tight as we go into event number 16, the final week of the season. And these teams certainly going to have some thinking to do. Congratulations to Swiftblade. They will take home 3rd place. The Trojans take home 2nd, but today everybody aspires to be the Janitors. They get the win in baseball here in today's event. Going to make them feel a little bit better about what's been an up and down season for them. And it is certainly going to be a very interesting final